Hello again. I have been getting a lot of questions lately that I just wanted to answer on camera for the record, and I wanted to let you guys know what's going on in my life. Don't mind the background. Actually, it worked out kind of awesome because that is the frame of all of my pink autographs that I won, I think 5 years ago, in the Funhouse one that's right on top, if you can see. That one is the one that's actually tattooed on my back. So this was a very impromptu recording, and it just ended up that my computer was sitting right here, and this is how I wanted to set my phone up to record. Anyway, some of the questions I've been getting a lot. Number one, people have been asking me how long I've been YouTubing for because they assume that I started a year ago when the first One Take Tuesday happened on November 12th. The answer to that question is I have been YouTubing since 2008. I posted my first YouTube videos in 2009. I will link to that playlist right here. Some of my videos actually have 17,000 views, a couple of them in particular. I know that my True Blood video does, and oh geez, my Shania Twain video, random, has then, and then just, a bunch of other random ones. Say My Name, Destiny's Child, that one has a lot. So yeah, go check those out. I've been doing this for much longer than 1 year. Second, I get asked a lot about who are my musical inspirations, and that's actually kind of hard for me because it wasn't one or two or three specific artists. It was like 20 specific artists that really inspired me to begin writing my own stuff and making a voice for myself. That's actually a really hard question. I would say as far back as, the mid 90s, Michael Jackson was probably one of my first loves in the mid 90s, and then Spice Girls happened. So I'm kind of like the amalgamation of MJ and Spice Girls, and then plus everything else that happened in the 2000s, like Michelle Branch and Christina Aguilera and Pink. Pink didn't happen until 2000, guys, and that's why she's not in my original list. She was not one of the first, but she's up there. She was only a couple years late. Other than that, recently it's been really random bands. I'll bring up my Erin Elise vibe playlist that I made for future reference. I'll talk more about that in a sec. So recently, in the last 10 years, it's been like No Doubt, Say Ferris, Janis Joplin, Brody Dahl, Hailstorm, Four Non Blondes. I already said Michelle Branch. Unfortunately, Avril Lavigne is in there because I loved her first CD. I loved it. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not a huge fan of the rest of her music, but I loved her first CD. So, whatever. Gaga is in there, but that's not because I do like dancing to her pop music, but I really just appreciate her songwriting skills and her ability to get on a stage and just play and sing, and she can just sing and sang and sang. Girl, sang. I also find some inspiration in Paramore and Nine Inch Nails, and a little bit of Evanescence in there because I love Amy Lee's voice. The Distillers is actually the band that I discovered Brody Dahl from, so she wrote everything from that band. I'm a huge fan of the band because of Brody. And that's a pretty giant list, I'm not gonna lie. And there's probably even more. So thank you for that question, everybody. Ever? Another question that I get a lot is, do you have a degree in music? And the answer is no, but almost. I went to Eastern Michigan University and tried out to be a flute major, and I got waitlisted for the flute studio. And so you have to audition every semester, and every semester that you don't make it is another semester that you're going to end up ultimately being in school for, because it does take 5 years for a music major to graduate. And so after the first time I got waitlisted, I kind of saw it as a sign and let it go. So I declared my minor as a flute minor, and I did 2 years of a flute minor along with my general education and figuring out that I wanted to do an electronic media major. And then, like I said, 2 years into me doing my flute minor, my instructor left the school. She no longer taught at EMU, and they didn't replace her. And because I was only 2 years into my degree, the flute studio professor would not take me on to finish my minor. So I got screwed, and it was nobody's fault. You know, stuff happens. But ultimately, I have no degree in music. I took a couple music classes because they were, you know, the very beginning of my minor, but all my musical education comes from the 10 years of piano that my parents put me through, which, thank you for that. I complained then, but now I get it. So yeah, I have no degree in music at all, but I'm glad everybody thinks I do. Another really common question that I get is, how often do I record videos to be able to post them every week? And the answer is every week. Sometimes it's twice a week, because maybe I didn't record one last week, so I record one Monday night for Tuesday, but then I will sometimes record, you know, maybe that Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what's going on in my week, for the next week, so that way I don't have to really hurry and get one up on Monday. So it totally depends on what's going on in my life, and the past month, other than last week, has been crazy. I was so sick for about 2 weeks, just a really bad cold, but I still had this cough for 3 weeks. And so on stage was really difficult, just so bad. And so there was not really a way for me to not cough every 30 seconds while I'm trying to make a video, and I just decided just not to. But I did actually write that mashup a week before I recorded it. I tried to record it the week before, but I was still too sick. And the week before that, I had a whole lot to do with that first call video photo shoot that I just posted everything for. You can find all that stuff at facebook.com/firstcallband. I will show you that right here. And one of the last most popular questions that I get is, when did I start with the Dan Rafferty Band? Because they don't remember when. And sometimes, well, it's been so long at this point, it's been so long at this point that a lot of people actually don't remember the singer before me, which is fantastic. It took almost 5 years to get there. So with that, I started with the DRB in July of 2010. So it will be 4.5 years now, which is crazy. I was a baby 21-year-old starting with them, and they took me under their wing, and now I have a lot more going for me. So it's been cool, and I'm really glad that it's been that long. So yeah, I have so much more to tell you, but this video is already getting really long. So I'm going to end with this. I have so much going on right now. I will probably stop posting or even trying to promise anybody to post every week. I really would like to concentrate on quality over quantity, and I want to make them sound good, and I want to stop with the whole one take thing. I actually want to try, and if I gotta do 10 takes of it to make it right, that's okay. For an entire year, I posted one take videos, and that's a lot. It's, you know, I almost did 50 videos, or maybe I did do 50 videos. I'm definitely not going to continue doing One Take Tuesdays for now, but there is a whole lot more coming, so please stay tuned, and I will be updating you, you know, as often as I want to, I guess, but I'm going to try to make it that weekly, because these are much easier to record and edit and upload and just get done. There's no sound mixing, there's no other editing with any of the programs. I just throw it in and make myself look cool. I will be getting back to you guys on everything that's so exciting in my life right now. I will be talking to you all soon. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.